And welcome back to Terrafirmacraft, everybody. We're just going to do a quick stream today, and we're going to go ahead and start a journey. It is spring now fully, and I've got all of my crops except for these sugarcane planted. And let's see, I've got my temperature gauge up, and it's about 9.7 degrees. So let's see if we can get these in today. What I've done off camera, I've done a lot of work off camera. Yeah, I can't plant them yet. I may not. I think it's pretty futile for me to even try to grow these, to be honest. But everything else is in and planted. I'm still waiting on this field to finish, but I put extra jute in this field just to have a little extra this cycle. But obviously, what I've done. Oh, there's that. I was looking for that. What I've done is I've at starting here, I've made these little pads for the crops. Now I've got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of them, but I really need 18, and so I'm going to have to make these into two more, but they're not going to be quite even with these. Actually, I'd probably be best to have, 20 of them, but anyway, the house is looking pretty good. Now that it's spring, all the snow is melted, obviously. In fact, it's early summer now. Wow. Time flies. So we have our very limited growing season up here, so I'm hoping for at least one, probably two cycles here, because I think we can grow into autumn. But one other thing I did, I got this spyglass as part of the steampunk quest. Now watch that. Oh, hi. Okay, this grew. Let me try getting this. Damn it. I've done that like 4 or 5 times now, and I haven't gotten a single sapling. It's one of the reasons we're going to take a journey today. But watch this. Let's say I wanted to look over there. Wow, look at that. It's like OptiZoom, but with Terrafirmacraft. Okay. So I'm going to start out today. We're going to do a pit kiln. Ooh, you know what? I have one cassiterite. 25, 20. Ah, that's not enough. I went and looked for a whole bunch of tetrahedrite. I found some, obviously. But unfortunately, I'm out of cassiterite. So let's go get some of that first. Hopefully it's not too complicated to find. Now that I'm finished with my farm fields, I think my next off-camera project is going to be revising my storage. Okay, that's good. I found one bush by itself, which is weird, but whatever. I don't have any food to feed these guys, but as you can see, my pigs gave birth, and I will have to start feeding them eventually. That's a lot of pigs. That's great. Okay, so cassiterite. Let's go over here. Let's try this one, because I'm pretty sure I went to one of those and it didn't pan out. Yeah, we're running low on daylight. Actually, you know what? Let's sleep first. But I'll show you the quest book and show you which ones I've completed. So on the steam-powered one, I completed this one by getting that spyglass. Then I completed this one, which was easy, because that's an easy thing to make. Now it wants me to do a flash boiler, and that's going to be hard because we need smooth basalt. It's the only stone that's in the recipe here, so we need to find a basalt biome. But in addition to that, I will tell you that we finally found something very important way down here. Graphite. Okay, so I went ahead and mined up a bunch of graphite and some kaolinite. starting my bronze double ingots here for my bloomery. We're going to keep working on that today. I'm going to hang on to the graphite kaolinite until the quest book tells me I should proceed. But I'll tell you where we are with the blacksmithing in the quest book. It wants me to do bronze sheets. And it wants me to get 2 of them. And so I can actually use the ones that I have there. I can get some slime balls, or melon would be interesting. I'm not sure how that's going to work in Terrafirmacraft. And then eventually it's going to want me to make a bloomery. One thing I'm really interested in, though, is... Oh yeah, it does want me to do a crucible. Okay. Well, let's do a crucible. Crucible is just... The nice thing about the crucible is you don't have to cook it, right? You just make it. Yeah, it's just 5 fire clay is what you need. Fire clay is made like this. So what we're going to do... let's just do this. I'm going to get 1 stack of each of the graphite and kaolinite. I'm going to come up here to my querns that I made in previous quests. Put the kaolinite in that one, the graphite in that one, and we're just going to right click on those little guys there. Got a little achievement for doing that. And each time it goes around twice, you click it again. That's why we have 2 of these, by the way. You have to get the hitbox on the little handle just right. See? But once you get kind of a rhythm going, it's not that bad. And you just kind of, we'll do this for a total of 16 double revolutions, obviously. And then once it gets done, you'll notice that the material will actually disappear from the interface. It should be any time now. I haven't been counting. There it goes. Okay, so we got full stack of graphite powder, full stack of kaolinite powder. Now we'll go ahead and put these in here. We'll make all this into fire clay. Fire clay. Yeah, okay, it's corners. So we're going to get 16 fire clay out of this. And that's enough to make a crucible and then some. So what we're going to do is this. Okay, and there's our crucible. Okay, so this will be useful for making bronze, because you just cook it all up in here rather than do a pit kiln, so that is actually very useful. Let's grab the graphite. I think it's going to be rarer. Although the deposit I found is amazing. Okay, not quite sure how he got in here. Okay, so, and I am running low on durability on some of these tools, obviously, but that's okay. So I'm going to store the fire clay in here. Actually, one thing I could also do is yeah. I'm going to make 2 fire clay bricks. Now, we're going to be doing a lot more of that in the future, but for now, that's what we're going to go with. And the reason is because I still need to do pit kilns out here, even though I have the crucible now, because I can do this and make those into bricks, and I'm going to need those bricks at some point. Now, let's go ahead and rest and go get the cassiterite. 'Cause with the crucible, I can show you how to do that. It's a lot faster. Not quite sure how that guy made it into my house. Oh, I guess you can just walk right in. Probably should work on windows at some point. Okay. So we're gonna head to this one here. Our health is taking a bit of a beating probably because of, yeah, lack of, fruit and grain and dairy. I guess it's an unbalanced diet. So maybe I need to work on eating more fruit and grain. We've been out of grain for a while though. Okay, let's take a look here. I've been doing something this playthrough a little differently. Whenever I finish using a resource, I mark it and I change it to black. Sometimes I put the parentheses EXH, which means exhausted, in black. So these 2 copper mines I exhausted. But let's check out, is this the right one? Yes. Alright. So we're just going to come over here. The hope is that I can find this relatively easy. Now keep in mind we're in a gabbro biome. And by the way, now that it's spring, I should be keeping my eyes out for useful items. There's one small cassiterite. Useful items like fruit trees and the like. I'm a little bit worried about that lynx up there. That guy. Ocelot and Vanilla is the lynx in this mod pack. Okay, so there's one there and there. These little ground cassiterites are almost certainly going to be enough by themselves, but I think I might take a stab at trying to just maybe get lucky on a mine shaft. Oh, and I should probably work on. I need more pine saplings. Incidentally, just. I should call this little pond Lake Cassiterite. Or the Tin Lake. That's kind of how I make this world. I develop lore as we go, and there is some lore that could be put in there because of all the cassiterite around. So let's do that. Tin Lake. Okay. Let's let me go ahead and let's see if I can get a sapling. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll harvest this. Did I? Oh, that's from the crab, I bet. Okay, well, I got one sapling. We're going to need this wood for potentially mine sports and stuff. Oh, well, I got that one too. How about that? I'll go ahead and just get this one too real quick. Oh, I already had a stack. Okay. So, I'm going to go with right about here for the mine. Now, before I mine, let me just make, do a little bit of for minerals. Okay, here's minerals. And again, we're in the gabbro biome. you'll see in Gabbro that cassiterite is going to be on the top. So we're going to get a surface vein, and by the way, if we had granite underneath, which we do in the diorite region, I think, that would be on top too, because this S means it comes to the top layer of stone. So it's going to be within the top of the 3 stone layers that you get in Terrafirmacraft, so let's just go ahead for it. Got plenty of sticks to make ladders. I'm just not even going to worry about that. I definitely want to get under the gravel there. And let's take a reading. Nothing. Yeah, I'm concerned about that not showing up in my reading. Okay, there we go. Medium sample. Still medium. I don't like it when it's just medium. That could be an issue of my lateral distance, or it could be an issue of it being a small vein. Just so we're clear, the dolomite gabbro boundary is here, and then schist comes in here. The tri-point is right here. So we're actually not so far from the tri-point. Probably the gabbro schist line. Yeah, the gabbro schist line is right here. So I'll mark that, but it shouldn't interfere with the vein. The dolomite gabbro line is right here, so we should all be in solid gabbro. There shouldn't be any issue of it being next to another biome line. Okay, well, now we've made it to the slate layer. I think what I'm going to do is make an educated guess here. Alright, let's hop up. Okay. So we're back to the surface now. We've got, I remember seeing a whole bunch of them right around here, and there's a couple over here. So I think we're right kind of, it's not this, is it? No, that's just gabbro. Okay, I was like, if that's the cassiterite, that'd be crazy. It kind of looks like an ore vein pattern, the way these are situated within that gravel, but now what we're going to do is we're going to closely examine when we start getting more and more, so medium, 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 all the way down. And so what we can do is we can make an educated guess. We can do the rule of 12. So when that switches to medium, we know it's about 12 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it's basically at this level. And that's pretty common, to be right at the edge of a rock biome change. Now I'm digging towards the lake now, which is towards the first nugget that we had marked. And we had a bit of a collapse because we're, not using supports. And I will use supports eventually, but I want to get I want to make sure we're on the right path first. So very large. Okay, so we went from medium to very large in just a few blocks, which means it's probably about 12 from wherever that change happened. Large, very, very large. Okay, so it's probably 12 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we gotta go about 8 more blocks this way. And that is taxi cab distance, so it could be off to the side one way or the other. Oh, there we go. There it is. We don't even have to go that far. Okay, and that's just normal cassiterite, but that's fine. That's all we need. Now, I've realized that in the Terrafirmapunk settings, they've taken off the ore disappearing rule, which basically says that when you are digging for an ore and it collapses, that it has a chance of disappearing, or it will disappear if the ore block is affected by a gravity block, basically. And so this particular version of Terraformacraft is a little bit easier in that sense. Okay, so but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and continue on as if we need to be very careful about that. And we're going to go ahead and just grab, I just want maybe a couple hundred. I don't need that much. We know that there's a cassiterite mine here now, and so if I ever need more cassiterite, I'll just come back. And I'm going to mark that as green, I guess. I don't remember what color that signifies, but, or what code that signifies. Let's go ahead and get some light down here. Yeah, this is a lot. I think there's going to be quite a bit of it. Okay, so this is probably enough. Yeah, I got 16, so that's 400, 510 units of cassiterite, which is enough to make 5,000 bronze ingots, so that, or not 5,000, 50 bronze ingots worth of cassiterite. So we're going to go and head back now. And that was definitely a successful adventure. Okay, so once we get back, what we're going to do is we're going to take our cassiterite and mix it in with a bunch of tetrahedrite in a crucible. This is garnierite nickel. I'm tempted to pick it up, but it's nighttime, so I'm not going to bother. I can't run because of water, I think. Okay, and we can see home. Should have left these supports back there. Oh well. We're actually out of water. Okay, let's go over here and get some water. I'm also going to try to plant the sugarcane again in the morning. Okay, so we've refilled on food and water. And now what we're going to do is, and look at all those beautiful ingots. I love that. I'm going to try to put some of these in here. Probably need a whole separate thing for Gabbro. I guess I'll put these in here, these remainders. Okay, let's go ahead and sleep. By the way, I moved my straw bed. I kept it. I moved it up here. In case I have like a guest or something, they can come sleep up here. But anyway, I might move my bedroom up there at some point. I'm not sure. But for now, let's try put that away. Let's try planting. Well, it's still kind of chilly out today. Let's make sure I didn't lose any seeds. It got pretty chilly there. Oh, now it's 8.56. Now we're definitely getting some good growth here. The tomatoes are almost ready. Some of these crops are almost ready. It's crazy. Well, it's 8.6. Yeah, it's not going to let me grow it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now... I'm going to hang on to all this cassiterite. I'm going to grab some tetrahedrite. I mean, I could even have some fun and grab some other stuff too. Like, the ingredients for business. Oh, that's Garnier, right? Well, I could still have some fun with that. But most importantly, I need to grab my crucible. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the forge and place it in. Now, unfortunately, this is annoying because you have to click between the cracks. By the way, when I was working earlier, I put these in these aluminum. I melted bauxite into these ingot casts, and it won't let me take them out now. So I'm not sure. I'm hoping I can do something with that in the crucible. But right now, there's some uncertainty there, and I'm down quite a few ingot casts until I figure that out. Okay, so I'm going to light that up. And yeah, actually, I'm going to take those. Now, first things first, let me do this with the Garnierites. I definitely want to have enough fuel in here for a while, so I have 10 Garnierites. And you can see the temp here, it's rising. I think we can melt Garnierite, right? We don't have to use like a bloomery or blast furnace or something, do we? That's nickel. Well, let's see. I just looked on the wiki. It looks like this is correct procedure. But yet it doesn't seem to be melting. Get that ember base up. Oh, there we go. Now it's starting to melt in. So we have 10 units melted. Pump that a few times, starting to come out. And then what you can do is you can put an ingot cast here. And this is going to keep draining. It does take a minute. Okay, so this it's just about ready. And this is how you can make an ingot. You can simply wait until it gets to 100 units of something. And then you can, I think you click. I think I just leave it here. There we go. And it automatically flows. Okay. Now I'm going to place a stack of tetrahedrite in there, and we'll watch as that goes in. But in the meantime, I can go ahead and make this into an ingot, because I do want just the ingot. And I'll go ahead and put this down over on the table here. Nickel. Pretty cool. I think I have an enemy. It's one of those cow things. That's okay, I can totally get away with this. Oh, it's a troll. Oh, I accidentally hit my sheep. Sometimes these guys drop platinum. This guy dropped, I think, magic beans. Is that? Yes. Which is a Twilight Forest thing. I'm not sure what it does. But I know I have some already, so I'm going to put them together. Okay, so let's head back over here. So that melted very quickly because it has a lower melting point than garnierite. And that's the nice thing about working with copper, for example. Okay, that's going to melt quickly as well. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and throw in some cassiterite. And that melt almost immediately. I'll put some more tetrahedrites in there. And I'll let this bronze start to drain out. As long as this ratio stays good, this bronze will be fine. And I'm monitoring, it has to be between 8 and 12% tin. And it's moving in the right direction there, so. Yep, we're good. While that's draining, let me take these out and weld them together. And let me also grab these. Okay. And I'm just going to warm this one up slightly. Can I put these in here? No. So I want to get them to be about the same temp. Weld them together as well. And I'm going to put these in here. Okay, so that's orange. The reason is I need to work these into sheets as part of my making a bloomery. Okay, that's 1-star orange, that's 3-star orange. And this is still 10, or I mean bronze, so let's go ahead and get that out. Overheated this one. Okay, those will cool down at roughly the same rate. that out, and that. Wait just a second on that. Okay, it's the liquid. Okay, now we can pop it out and put these together. And once we put those together, by the way, we can actually go over here. Sorry, we can, yeah, we can do a sheet, which is hit, hit, hit at the end. So I usually like to do this. I think it's that. There we go. I got to figure out a good formula for that, but, oh, pop. No, that's not ready yet. Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. Okay, that one we caught. Okay, let's work these. Okay, there we go. And this one, we'll work this one as well. We have to be somewhat quick here. Oh, that was easy. Okay, so I was overthinking it. There's that. I was looking for that. Okay. So let me, I think I can put this back in here, and this one needs to go back in, warm up to match that level. Okay, that one's getting close. Let me pull that out for a second. You got to be somewhat careful about this because you don't want to lose ingots, and so you always have to have extra ingot casks over here. Dark red 4, dark red 1. Let's cool this down 1. Okay. I'm going to put some bismuth in here and see what happens. It's an unknown mixture. Oh shoot, we lost the double ingot. Well, this is me being stupid, I guess. Well, anyway, we'll get there eventually. Okay, so now we've got 3 sheets. Okay, so we're definitely gonna put these back. Okay, so we'll get these going back in here, weld them together. Try to focus a little bit better here. And yeah, I know we're starving, so we get the particles. That's so annoying. That happens all the time in this. The bloomery is double sheets, so we need 16 sheets total. We have 3. Gives you an idea of how time-consuming and involved this process is. Okay. I'm going to try to do a double sheet because then we can set it aside and be confident that we're done with it. So again, keep in mind these are double ingots. These are 2 ingots that are at risk of melting here. So I want to make sure we're very precise with that. Okay, now that we're restored, these are pretty close. And once this gets just a little bit warmer, we can put those together. Let's get these going. Okay, let's take that out. Get just a little bit. There we go. And there, our first bronze double sheet. Which is really cool. Okay, so I may have made a mistake here, but let's see if this... Oh man, I think I have to be more precise about these. Can I... Oh, there's the aluminum. Yeah, that's crazy what I'm doing in here. So I think I need to figure out whether this is even... I thought there was a way to like pick what your thing you're drawing out of it was. Well, let's make sure we don't burn those up. At least I know I can get this aluminum out of this by putting in crucibles. I'll probably have to... Yeah. Let's make this into a double ingot. Let's just do what we can with this current situation. I may have to do a different one for actual bronze. But I'd hate to lose all this work just because I didn't I made the mistake of putting too much in here basically. So I just don't know what I do with that. Like, can I make this into an ingot? Unknown ingot? Oops. Okay, well, I guess I just have to drain this, don't I? That's okay. There's not that much in here. So I just need to be careful with this, not to put too many ingredients in it, but well, if we just drain it, I think it'll be fine. Okay, let's check these. Very close. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to waste one ingot cast draining this. Okay, there we go. So let's just dump this in the lake over here. Okay. And let's get these out. Put these together. Whoops. And let's see if I can get this into a sheet. Okay. Let's see if we can get this double sheet. Let that one started out. And we lost that ingot cast, but we got that one back. Okay, so we've got several unknown ingots. I think I can just set those for decorative purposes somewhere. Hot warming. Okay, let's get that in there again. Okay, and we have ingot casts again, which is nice. Okay, so I'm going to start to put these in here. I guess we're just going to put all my aluminum into here. What do I do with aluminum once it's in the crucible? TFC aluminum. Hold on. Surgents. Surgents. Okay. So here is the mod that adds aluminum, and I'm just kind of just checking what we can do. Look at all this stuff that this creates. So we can do electrum, invar, Constantin. Not sure what all this is, but it doesn't really have much in the way of explanation for aluminum. Oh, here we go. Bauxite ore. I just don't know what we use it in. How to get an ingot out of it. Do I have to alloy it? Gold, silver, iron, nickel. So I could... Well... I just don't know where... I just don't know. I think what I'm gonna do... How did I get an unknown ingot in there? Okay. Oh, I know. I accidentally put it in there. But I think I can set these down for decorative purposes, right? Yep. Okay. Well, I know how to get aluminum into this. I just don't know how to get it to do anything else. Is there any alloy that involves aluminum? Like, aluminum. Aluminum dust. I can make it into bauxite ore. I can do a dragon breath cartridge if I get powder. Well, I guess I need to be able to make an aluminum sheet, which means I need to be able to do that. See, it's just something's wrong with this mod. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to hang on to this in case I figure out how to use it. Oh, shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. Not good, not good. I just lost a bronze ingot there. God damn it. Motherfucker. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go into creative mode and fix this bug. I'm going to put these somewhere just in case I figure it out later someday. But I'm just going to give myself ingot casks. What is this thing's called? Ceramic mold. Mold, okay. So we're going to give ourselves 14 of those. This is so frustrating. I don't even know how to do that. And I can't just give him... Oh, there we go. Okay. So there's to make up for the aluminum being weird. I'm going to give myself 4 bronze ingots, I think would be fair. Actually, let's do 5 bronze ingots, because that's what I lost due to that weird glitch in the game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then we're going to go back to survival mode. Okay. So with that, let's continue on. So this should be about where I left off. And I'm just going to try to make these work as best as I can for what I have. And then we'll have to add some other things. So sorry about the confusion there. The game cheated me, so I cheated back. That's how it works. Those aluminums seem to be broken. But we should have this ready to go soon. Now, while that's going, I know that I can keep working on this. We're just going to do straight bronze, nothing fancy this time. Nothing fancy. I definitely need to get some more of those back there. Okay, so that's heating up. This is coming in nicely. And so we've got a decent amount of copper coming in there. Go ahead and heat that up to make it go a little faster. Okay, these are starting to glow red, so we got to be real careful on those. Pop these out. Okay, so that's the copper. Let's slowly add some cassiterite there. And a little bit more copper. And then let's pull these out. In just a second, we'll pull these out. I'll wait until they get to 4-star. Okay. And with those out, I'll put the other 3 in there. Let's weld these together. Make it into a sheet. Weld these together. Make that into a sheet. You gotta move quickly in this. Okay, there we go. We got 2 sheets. We cannot quite weld them back together, but I tell you what, they're pretty close. We'll just heat them slightly up. This one is gonna join these 3 when it gets to that level. I'm gonna wait until it gets to at least 2 or 3 stars. Okay, we'll wait until this one gets to its 3rd star, and boom. Weld these together. There we go. We're 3/8 of the way there. And this is bronze again, so that's good. And that's pretty much all we can do, unless we have one more copper nugget would be perfect. I'll just use this native copper nugget. And put that in there. That's going to give us 700 units, which is perfect. So we'll keep draining that. Can almost take those out. Grab that. Okay, let's take these out. I'll leave one in there temporarily. And I'll wait one little bit for this one and take it out. Okay. And let's get this into a sheet. And it says we can still work this one. I'm a little skeptical, frankly. Oh, we did it though. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put these back in and weld these together at some point. And that's 3, 4. Let's go put these cassitterites away. And then let's grab 5 of these. They really flew everywhere, didn't they? That's 4, 5. Did I get them all? Oh, those sheets are in. I gotta get those. Gotta get those sheets. God damn it. I lost another one. Hate that. I hate that so much. It's my own fault. No, I can't even weld those together. Oh, you know what? It spits those back out at me. So I didn't lose them. Okay, cool. Alright, let's just weld some of these together. And we'll make that into a sheet. Okay, let's get that out. Alright. Okay, get that. And okay, those two are gonna have to. God dang it. Okay, let's get this one in here. Those are about the same almost. Okay, those are about the same. These are identical. This one is closer to these two. Let's pull this out right now because I know I'm going to lose it otherwise. Okay, and we'll get those two. Okay, so now I've got the 2 sheets there. I'm going to hang off on heating those sheets because I don't want to lose them like I have been. Dark. And let's go with that one. Okay, so now I just got to wait for those to heat up a little bit. I can take that out. yeah, this will be it for the bronze in here. Okay, these are getting close. Okay, so let's get these together. Okay. Pull that one back, and that one is good. These are both okay to heat. This one's okay to heat. And this one and that one will be pretty similar. Actually, this one will be similar. Okay. So then I can take that out and put that in. Then we're done with the crucible for now. Okay, these two, these three. Take that out as well. And we'll take this over to a sheet. And then and let's put this fire starter back up. Let's put it over here. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Pop that out and pop this out at some point. I might be able to combine these two together. Okay. Take that one out first. And that one. We can combine those two. And then I think I need to immediately grab these two out. That's fine. Get that into a sheet. Can I get this one into a sheet still? I believe I can. Okay, so that's 6 sheets. And this will be 7. And that's going to be like the last one I can do. I need to go get another ingot, I guess. But let's go ahead and start 2 of those sheets heating up. I don't know if I lost an ingot somewhere along the way or I just miscalculated, but either way, I'll go ahead and grab one more. And put those both in there. Let's take that out. Get that one going. Get that ingot. We'll wait for one of them to catch up to it. Okay, let's weld these. Make it into a sheet. Need to be very quick on this. Okay, let's grab our sheets out. Weld these together. That was good timing. Okay, now we have our 4th double sheet. And these are going to be another single sheet. So that'll be a double and that'll be a double. So we'll have almost all of what we need. Let's get these warming up. Okay, and then let's go ahead and get these evened out. These are close to being even now. And now they're about even. So they're still heating. Oh, that's where the missing ingot went. I was in there. Okay, we'll get these together. We'll get these heating up. Make it into a sheet. Okay, and that's going to be a double eventually. Okay, so we've got those going. We're going to need a shit ton of charcoal for the next phase of our blacksmith here. So these two... I guess I'll just keep it going. I guess I'll go get another ingot. Use it, might as well use that up. No, I don't have time for you right now. Okay, so we should be able to get all of these welded together into double sheets. Okay, there we go. Boom. Get that heating up. And we'll get this heating up. Okay, and then now we're done with these casks for now. So let's see here. So that's 6, 7, and this will be 7.5. I'll have 7.5. I don't have quite enough. I need 2 more ingots of bronze, basically. So do I have any more tetrahedrite is the question. No, I don't. I'll have to do that off camera. Okay. Well, I'm actually fairly satisfied. I made a lot more progress than I anticipated. But that's 6 of our double bronze sheets. And I'm just going to have to go find more copper. I probably ended up netting with a net loss in terms of my... when the game cheated me out of my mixture and the thing, but that's okay. That's okay. I definitely lost Valerite and Bismuth. But I cheated in a little bit of extra bronze because I felt that was the only fair thing to do because the game cheated on me. But, yeah, let's get these even. Faint red. There we go. Okay, these are now even. And these are now basically even. It is a very expensive process to make a bloomery. And just making the bloomery block itself is only half the process. It's a multi-block, so you have to build it with like a chimney and stuff. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and combine these up. We're running low on flux. I should probably address that ASAP. Go ahead and take this charcoal out. Okay, and we'll get these combined. And we'll work that into a sheet. Okay. That's it. So then 7.5 sheets there, and as you can see here, the bloomery, oops, you need 8. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's grab some flexstone. So I'm gonna use, have we used marble typically? Probably. I don't know if I've stored any other flux stone in the past, but I guess I'll put it in this chest. Okay, so that is our blacksmithing for the day. I'm not sure if there's any quests involved in all that, but I doubt it. Oh, actually there was. Bronze sheets. Cool. So I was going to do the melon seeds, right? See if I can get that to grow. Next step would be armor, but I'm really working more towards this thing here. I need to kill more creepers and skeletons to get some of those other quests. Okay, so let's, worthless. At least it seems. We'll see. I don't know why the quest people would give me melon seeds if I can't grow them, but maybe I'll be able to grow them later. I don't know. Still can't plant the sugarcane. Okay, well, maybe I'll get to plant it in late autumn. Okay, so the last thing I want to do on today's episode is I want to start a journey. So we're going to need some food. Probably let's put some stuff away real quick. Probably grab a barrel, or at least make one. Let's just make one real quick. Okay, let's get that out. And then let's, I'll take that wood with me. Put that in there. Okay. So with all that, my shovel and axe are low. So let me take an extra axe. I'm less concerned about the shovel. Everything else seems fine. Let's put these away. Okay. I think we're ready. So let's go down. Oh, by the way, I finished our cellar. I forgot to tell you. It took a while, but I did have to go in and do all the corners. Basically, the block that's right in that corner above where this block is. I had to do that the whole way around. It was quite a pain in the ass, actually, but as you can see, the temperature is 1 degrees Celsius, which is like 35 degrees, which is exactly what you want for a refrigerator. So, in theory, it's going to hold back on the decay and some of this stuff. Especially if you maintain it. Okay, so I'm going to do meats in this one, and then I'll do everything else for now in this one. And then we need to pick what food we want for the journey. I'm going to take this cabbage, I think. And I'll probably find food along the way, so I think I'm going to be okay with that. And if I can't, I'll just make seaweed or something. I haven't done anything with food prep in this playthrough so far. I probably should, but I definitely want to bring a boat. So the purpose of this journey, so we're very far north. That's why it's so cold here all the time. I want to go way, way south. You know, way down here somewhere. I want to find new biomes, see if I can find some basalt, for example. Definitely want to find chickens at some point, and I want to find, you know, just things like that. So what we're going to do, could have sworn I had a boat somewhere. Well, let's just make one just in case. I think I might have one in the ocean over there, but... So, I'm going to do this journey in 2 parts. the first part of the journey, I'm going to do on camera. We're going to be working on a big charcoal pit there, by the way. I'm going to do on camera, and it's going to be, I'm going to sail south a little bit and then make landfall, do a little bit of land exploration on camera. Then I will do some off camera, and then the next episode will start if and when I find something interesting, or if I return without that much interesting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here, and we're going to make ocean fall right south of here. And, you know, when it turns spring, you definitely want to explore because you don't have as much opportunity to do so in the cold seasons because everything's covered up. There's some corn, by the way. I'm not going to get that, but I can get it later when I get back, I guess. There's one of those submarines with a ghost crew. Then, so let's see here. I want to like maybe try to go down there, so I'm just going to go south a little ways here. And a good way to do this, by the way, and so I'm going to kind of veer from this just slightly. Actually, I tell you what, let's just go down here. Start out down here just so I can show you what I'm going to be doing. But it's a good idea to boat at night and do land exploration during the day because you want to be able to avoid most of the mobs, right? So one thing I definitely want to find are the other fruit trees that I don't have yet. I have peach only. Oh, and I need to find willow trees and I think it was either chestnut or possibly hickory trees, which the game thinks I need to farm. Okay. But this is fine so far. Not much opposition so far. We do have a spider on our tail. Let's get the torch out. So, as we go across biomes that were previously last explored during winter, we're going to see the snow from it, but it's definitely a remnant of when we last explored. It's not an actual reflection of current temperature, which is 8 degrees. Now this trip might take me a while. This might take me 5 in-game days, you know. In fact, it probably would have been wise for me to bring a bed. Because if I die, so I have to be extraordinarily careful about not dying, which means I need to be really careful about not taking damage needlessly. Should we kill this creeper? Okay, so we killed the creeper. That's part of a quest. That's why I wanted to kill him. Of course, killing zombies is part of a quest, too. Where we get rewards, so I might as well. So yeah, all this snow just needs to melt. But anyway, I think what I'll do is I'll head south from here. We're in schist biome still. But really, one of the main things I'm doing is looking for trees almost more than rocks. Because I've got most of the rocks that I need in terms of what materials I need. Rock salt would be good to find, but it'd also be really good to find basalt And then I also really want to find those trees I mentioned earlier. Okay, let's take a look at this. This looks like a little island here, or another shoreline at least. So the first thing you want to do when you come upon another shoreline like this is check the biome. And we're looking for two things. Every biome has at least two things going on. One is the stone, which this happens to be marble, so we can say marble. And marble's great. I love marble. It's great. We found marble up here earlier, but this is a different area, so there's another marble biome, which is great. And then you want to look at the trees. So we have maple and spruce, and we already have both of those trees. So based on that, and it's a two. Sometimes biomes will have 3 trees in them. This one has only 2. So based on that, we're gonna. I'm not gonna be like overwhelmingly desirous of staying here too long. Especially at night. Go ahead and have a little snack. Okay, and then with that, what we're going to do is I'm going to maybe try to stay along the coast as much as I can, see if anything interesting spawns in, you know. But so far, no. I would consider a mountain interesting, obviously. I'd consider potential trees interesting. Is that a new type of tree? So I'm looking over here and I'm seeing, looks to be sycamore. I think I have sycamore, although I'm not sure that I have saplings. So maybe out of an abundance of caution I should grab one. Well, having trouble getting a sapling, which is not unusual. There we go. Got a couple there. Oh yeah, we got plenty. Actually, I think I had some from earlier. Okay. Well, that is our sycamore, and this is marble as well. So we're definitely going to maybe keep our eyes out for lapis or malachite. Incidentally, this game does dye differently. Lapis is certainly the blue dye still, but malachite becomes one of the dyes. Iron hematite becomes a dye in this. That's just squash. We've got plenty of that. But maybe I need some food. Some go food. Oh, here's some malachite. Okay. So these are kind of cool. Alright. Well, we didn't find that many malachites, but that's okay. We've got some bushes that are ripe. Oh, here's some more malachite. And keep getting these bushes. And let's combine. Okay, and more malachite. So we know there'd be pretty decent copper deposit down here. And this is actually one thing we could use to complete our project that we're working on with our bloomery. Keep in mind, we only need 200. So that's 90 plus one, so that's, you know, that's one ingot right there that I've just scavenged. And, you know, we're getting quite a bit of it. Jack and Jill with the buckets. I didn't even put that together in the past. Okay, well, I'm not sure if there's any more malachite. There's a little bit more. There's so much of it around. This alone might complete our bloomery. Now we're still going to need bronze in the future, but it's not as urgent after this. Iron becomes the main thing after this. But there's tons of this malachite around, and we've already got 17, which is pretty much enough all by itself. That 18th seals the deal. That's enough to finish our bloomery right there. Yeah, that's great. Very satisfied with that. Always great to come across 20 ore on the ground, you know? Saves you a lot of trouble having to make a mine. I might make a mine at some point. I love malachite generally. It's a pretty object in the game. The color is pretty. Alright, let's continue heading south. Here's an interesting thing. I had that flower pot, but I wasn't able to put any flowers in it. Let's get a stack of these Hysteria flowers and see if that works. Oh, and there's yet more bushes. It's crazy how many bushes there are up here. So that'll be a source of fruit that we can rely on and use. Eventually our peach tree, when I'm able to duplicate it, finally will be able to also help with that. I mean, it will already help with that, but once I'm able to get more production value out of a single tree. I kind of like that it's not easy to clone your tree, though. It makes the game just a little too easy. Okay, so this is ash, right? Yeah, ash, sycamore, maple, and spruce. Wow, we've got quite a few trees going on right here. Here's a tetrahedrite. Grab that up. Let's grab these up as well. I'm going to leave those pumpkins for now. We'll find more pumpkins in other places, but for now I'm just not feeling it. I think I had a Let's Play in which I once declared, however, that you should always, always, always harvest your pumpkins if you come across them. Yeah, the tetrahedrite here will also allow us to finish bronze. There's carrots. What's that? Oh, that's just a glitch. Okay. Well, that should pretty much clear the tetrahedrite. I think I looked pretty thoroughly. Just gonna double back and make sure. Yeah, I don't see any more. Okay. So continuing south. And again, we're still in marble. I'd really like to see a fruit tree. I'd really like to see a fruit tree. Here's some deer. We definitely want to take this opportunity to stock up on water. I could take the deer if I wanted to for food, but I'm not going to do that because I don't need to. No real value in it. Let's check this mountain real quick, see if there's any visible ore veins. Don't see any right off from this angle. It's going to be corn, right? Yep. And we've got slate underneath again. We've seen a lot of slate as the second layer for some reason. I'm not sure if it's... I'm not sure about that. Okay, there's more carrots. Oh, I almost fell down quite a cliff there. Alright. Oh, that's just a tree poking out. Okay. Well, we're going to try to get around this cliff. Pheasant jumped out at me. Oh, there's a tetrahedrite in this area. Okay. I don't know why I'm still marking these on the map. I guess maybe I'll start a base here someday, and I want to have knowledge of what I'm dealing with. Cryolite. Cryolite. That's interesting, because that is a type of redstone. That's the granite version of it, so we're... I don't get that, why there'd be cryolite here. Because we're not in granite. But I'm definitely going to mark it, because we don't have any sources of redstone yet. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I guess if we need to come get redstone, we'll have to come back and do an exploratory mine there. But we're in marble. I don't understand why it's popping up in marble. Maybe there's some, like, displaced granite underneath because of the mountain range or something. Anyway, what a lucky find that is. Alright, let's head towards this other... Oh, there's some sugarcane. Now, let's see if this is ripe at all. It's really not. I'm going to mark it and potentially come back to it. Because it's only going to last the season, and if we have the chance to come back when it's mature, that'd be a great source of sugar. Otherwise, we're not going to really have much in the way of sugar. So we're doing ash and spruce right now for trees. Still in marble. And still heading south. So, I mean, it's been somewhat successful because we found all those bushes. But it's also been somewhat unsuccessful because we have not found any fruit trees. And our biome has not been anything crazy. We haven't found any new trees at all. There's a bear. That's lovely, Mr. Bear. Gonna move on beyond him. He's definitely chasing me. It looks like we might be at a southern peninsula here. Okay, trace lapis, so we're gonna mark that. And then... Actually, we can keep going this way. Probably be pretty deep into the evening pretty soon here. Yeah, so we're probably gonna have to head back to the ocean or something at some point. Should we jump through here? Oh god, oh god. That's a Sith Lord skeleton thing. Okay, we need to run. I don't want a boss battle right now, please. I gotta be more careful about those those Twilight Forest things. Okay, so we're good to go on water and food. And here we are. And by the way, you can see our Z coordinates getting progressively lower. We started at like 16,000, now we're at minus 12,000 something. So we're getting closer to 0, which is the equator. And we've only been traveling for a day and a half. So we're making pretty good progress. I suppose it would technically be faster to get farther if we used a boat. We got some pigs. There's a potato. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Still in marble. Still spruce and ash trees. Be nice if we could find a plain biome instead of a forest biome. It'd make the going quite a bit faster and our visibility much higher. Okay, and we got some more gooseberries. So, you know, I guess the kind of the theme of this trip is that we're getting a whole bunch of um, bushes. Okay, some more gooseberries, okay. But it is turning to evening, so we need to head towards the coast. Get ready to take to the sea. So I'm going to keep going like this until I get to about, I don't know, 5,000 or so. We just covered about 3,000 in a day and a half. So it'll only take me 2 more days, basically. Should I get these orchids? Let's get these orchids. I'll try all these flowers in that flower pot, see if one of them takes. Okay. And so we should be good once we get over here to the coast. Yes. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pop into the ocean, and then I'm just going to do this off camera now. So if you've been watching, thank you very much. We'll see you next time on Terrafirmapunk.